In the deadliest era of Cold War paranoia, spies were everywhere. Missiles were aimed. Fingers hovered over launch buttons. But no one expected that a high school kid would break into the world of nuclear surveillance and terrify the world's superpowers. This is the true story of a 17-year-old who fooled the CIA, the FBI, and maybe even the KGB. His name was Stanislav Petrov. Just kidding. This isn't a Russian officer. This was David Charles Hahn, a kid from Michigan. He wasn't a spy. He wasn't trained. He was obsessed with physics, with chemistry, with building something big, dangerous big. At 17, while most kids were studying for finals, David was building a functioning nuclear reactor. In his mom's backyard shed, Hahn called it his backyard breeder reactor. He scavenged parts from smoke detectors, lantern mantles, clocks, anything with trace radiation. His sources? Not Moscow, not Langley. Just a Boy Scout manual and some outdated government guides. He created neutron reflectors, wrapped his core in aluminum foil, built lid shielding, all by himself, no oversight. No idea what could go wrong. But someone noticed, and it wasn't just the neighbors. August 1994, an anonymous tip. Police arrive. They pop open the shed and immediately call in a hazmat team. They found radioactive material far above safe levels. The backyard became a crime scene. The federal government swarmed in. FBI, EPA, NRC. The shed was sealed, the entire block evacuated. They feared he had built a functional nuclear device. He hadn't. But it was close enough to set off alarms from Washington to Moscow. David wasn't arrested, not formally. The case was buried. Why? Because exposing it meant revealing that a teenager nearly built a nuclear reactor in the suburbs, undetected. The NRC called it a unique case. Behind closed doors, officials debated how to spin it. David's records were quietly sealed. His shed was dismantled and shipped to a radioactive waste facility in Utah. But the incident shook intelligence networks. If a kid could do this with a chemistry book and some free time, what could a rogue agent, or worse, a hostile nation, achieve? David joined the Navy, then the Marines. But he never quite left the reactor behind. In later years, he was found collecting smoke detectors again, still chasing atoms, still obsessed with the same radioactive glow. He struggled with mental illness, with addiction. In 2016, David Hahn died at 39. The cause? Not radiation, but complications from alcohol and personal demons. The government never publicly acknowledged the full extent of his experiment. But intelligence agencies across the globe took notes, because sometimes the scariest mind isn't behind enemy lines. It's in your neighborhood. David Hahn was called the radioactive Boy Scout, but that nickname hides the truth. He wasn't just a curious kid. He was proof that brilliance, unchecked, can be more terrifying than espionage. In the age of Cold War shadows, one boy built a light no one could ignore.